In this video, we are going to learn about entrepreneurial skills, section 2, values of an entrepreneur. Before I'm entering the topic, first let us see one story. So, Sunita used to live in Kochi with his parents. Sunita lives in a city with her parents. During her summer holidays, she went to meet her grandparents who lived in a small town. During her summer holidays, she went to meet her grandparents who were in a small town. They were very old, so had take many medicines, and to buy them they had to go the city, which is very far, that means so long. This affected their health, that means our grandparents health. Sunita also saw many others facing the same problem, so Sunita got an new idea. She made a remote with a single button. She made a remote with a single button. Whenever they clicked the button, a signal goes to the nearby medical shop and deliver the medicine on proper time. It also had a built-in alarm using with the old people set the alarm here having tablets. Once the alarm rings, they would have the tablet. Sunita tried it. It worked really very well. Now her grandparents did not want to travel long for the medicine. The remote control became popular soon all over the Kerala. So she soon started the business and sold the remote control all over the India. Okay, so Sunita have an idea. She made a remote with a single button. That remote control helped to others. Okay, so let us see the value of this story. So values are qualities and the principles which make a person think and act in a certain way. Okay, so values means what? Values are qualities and principles which make the person think and act in the proper way. In this example, we saw that Sunita felt bad for the condition and introduced a new product and no one had thought before. Let us see different values of an entrepreneur. Okay, so let us see many different values of the entrepreneur. So, entrepreneur values of an entrepreneur. Each entrepreneur has certain unique qualities that makes them successful. Each entrepreneur, that means each person having unique qualities, at the same time it makes them successful. Okay, so as one choice the path of entrepreneurship, there are various thoughts, fears and doubts that comes to one's mind. Okay, so each entrepreneur have a certain unique values which makes them successful. If one chooses the path of partner entrepreneurship, a lot fears and thoughts run in this mind. An entrepreneur ability to overcome these fears make them successful. Okay, every entrepreneur overcome these fears and make them successful. An entrepreneur internal motivations to overcome fears and the problems in entrepreneurship is also known as what? Values. Let us see some problems. Okay, doubts in the mind of an entrepreneur. Every person having some doubts in our mind. Okay, so first entrepreneur doubt is what? Am I good enough to start a business? This is for the first doubt. And then second doubt is what? Can I run the business on my own? And next, what if I make a loss or no one buys from me? What if my customer don't like my products? What if my customer go to my competitors? So many doubts are arising of an entrepreneur. Okay, so let us see some entrepreneur values one by one. Okay, so before that, internal motivation which allows an entrepreneur to overcome these doubts. Okay, so many doubts are arising. Okay, I am good enough to start a business. Can I run the business on my own? And what if my customers go to my competitors? So many doubts are arising in our mind, but internal motivation is very, very must. Okay, so the internal motivation which allows an entrepreneur to overcome these doubts, that is called as what? Values. Okay, at the same time, here are some values which makes an entrepreneur successful. Okay, so to overcome fears and problems in entrepreneurship is known as what? Values. Let us discuss about one by one values. Okay, so first let us see what confidence. Okay, confidence is an importance of each and every entrepreneur. Okay, so what do you mean by confidence? Confidence means to believe in oneself and one approach. Okay, to believe in oneself, one approach. Okay, so confident means to believe in oneself and his action. This makes him to take his first step of starting his business and makes him to try new things. Okay, and makes him to try new things. Okay, confident makes him to move further even if it's failures. Okay, so being confident helps an entrepreneur to take the first step of starting a new business, at the same time trying new things to grow the business. Okay, so it pushes the entrepreneur to keep going even if there are failures. Okay, that means confidence makes him to move further even in his failures. Okay, so confidence also encourages an entrepreneur to go to customers and ask them for their feedback about the products or services. The feedback, it's very useful for each and every entrepreneur and them to keep improving and growing the business from ourselves. Okay, so feedback from the customers which help him to improve and grow their business. At the same time, being confident is too difficult for entrepreneur. He must keep in mind that his work is to fulfill customers needs and there he should not be overconfident. Okay, next, at the same time, being overconfident may take him to wrong ways. Okay, he may sell the products of low quality or charge customers in a high rate. This makes customer so not to believe his business. Therefore, an entrepreneur must be neither confident nor overconfident. Okay, you start in your mind. Next, let us see the discuss about independence. Okay, so what do you mean by independence? Independence means one ability to work alone and have the confidence to make one own decisions. Okay, independence means one's ability to make the decisions by their own. Okay, by their own. At the same times, an entrepreneur takes his decision without depending on others. Okay, entrepreneur take decisions without depending on others. Okay, so the decision of what work needs to done and how to done depends on the entrepreneurship itself. Okay, so understood. That means the decision of what work need to done and how to done depends on the entrepreneur itself. Okay, so an entrepreneur is his or his own boss and has to be self motivated to set goals and follow them. Okay, so he or she is also the responsible for motivating others to act to achieve the goals of the business and keep a check on how the business is performing on day-to-day basics. Okay, so an entrepreneur has its own boss. Okay, at the same time, he or she should be self-motivated to set goals and follow them. Next, she is also responsible to motivate others and keep a check on business in a daily basis. This is for must. Okay, at the same time, as the entrepreneur works alone with no one to report. Okay, this is for the main point. An entrepreneur works alone with no one to report. It is responsible to keep a track on business profit. Okay, selling at the right price and delivering a good product. Okay, independence of an entrepreneur means what? It has a own boss. Okay, it has own boss. At the same time, no one to report. At the same time, he is one of the responsible of that business. Okay, next let us see perseverance. Okay, what do you mean by perseverance? Perseverance is the means not to give up and keep going even when a difficult situations comes up. That means perseverance is the ability of an entrepreneur to keep on moving on any situation. Okay, keep on moving on any situation. During entrepreneurship process, there are many failures, and entrepreneur should overcome all the failures to taste the success. Okay, to taste the success. Okay, so if you are a new entrepreneur, learn from the skilled entrepreneur to stay positive, get motivated, and overcome the failures. Okay, so running an enterprise or a business involves many failures. Okay, so many entrepreneurs facing many failures never give up. Okay, next, an entrepreneur is responsible to overcome these failures. Okay, at the same time, entrepreneur should overcome all the failures. Okay, should overcome all the failures. Learn from them, keep going no matter what happens. The entrepreneur has to stay positive and motivated when things too difficult. Okay, so entrepreneur to stay positive, get motivated, and overcome the failures. Okay, entrepreneurship also has a responsible to improve and upgrade the business. Okay, entrepreneur is an full responsibility to improve and upgrade the business. Okay, therefore perseverance does not mean to try the same thing again and again. Okay, what do you mean? Perseverance does not mean to try the same thing again and again. Next value is what? Open-mindedness. Okay, so what do you mean by open-mindedness? That means to be open to trying new things and being open to other feedback. That means what? Open-mindedness is to try new things. Okay, try new things and being open to others feedback. Okay, being open to others feedback. In the process of starting and growing the business, an entrepreneur tries many different things. Okay, entrepreneur tries many different. That means in the process of entrepreneurship, one used to try new ideas and has to meet many higher officials and has to meet many higher officials. At this time, one have to open minded while expressing his ideas. One has open minded while expressing his ideas. Okay, so entrepreneurs also learn from the failures if he is open minded. Okay, what do you mean by open minded? Open minded means is to try new things and being open to others feedback. This is for the main thing. At the same time, entrepreneur also learn from the failures. Okay, from the failures, not challenges, from the failures. Okay, at the same time, if he is open minded. Okay, so this is for the last value. Okay, so here four values are there. First value is what? Confidence. And then second value is what? Independence. Third value is what? Perseverance. And fourth value is what? Open mindedness. Every entrepreneur having four values. Okay, next let us see one case study. Okay, so see here, this is for another story like that. Okay, Poonam, that means Poonam, the purse maker. Okay, Poonam makes handmade purses. Okay, and sells to the ladies in Odisha as well as to Kolkata. Okay, she also takes help from the woman who know embroidery. Okay, she used to travel to Kolkata to sell the purses. Okay, and she finds difficult to do so. Then she got then one idea. She began to sell the purses by going to door to door. By going to door to door, many refused her purse and was rude to her. Okay, many refused means what? Refused At the same time, her purse and hers rude to her, but she did not lose her hope and kept on continued. Okay, and kept on continued. One day, someone said her that there is an online store where she can sell purses. She did so and gained a huge profit. That means large profit. Okay, so earlier she sold 50 purses monthly, but now she sells 500 purses per month. Okay, so Poonam has a new idea. At the same time, she never gave up, but she got at the same time she success on that business. Okay, so every entrepreneur, don't don't keep in your mind failures. Okay, always you can do your work properly. Okay, this is for the section 2.